Good morning. I'm so happy that you have joined me again today. It's been quite a while, but I am so happy that you're here with me. Today we're going to be having a look at the cover, the slow stitch cover for our altered book journal, and then we're going to be doing some background papers. This is our slow stitch cover thus far. The last time we were together, and I know that it's been quite a while, we worked on applying this flower. This flower I still want to add some centers to, but I thought about how I might add some more flowers to play up these lighter colors. So the next time we work on our slow stitching, I'm going to share this with you. This was my prototype, and I'm quite pleased with it. And if you think this one was simple, this one is even more simple to do. So there is where we stand thus far. The front cover and the back cover, and going to put some lace, of course, on here, on the binding. So let me set this aside, out of harm's way. And in preparation for today's video, I have done some page edging. I've used Distress Inks Vintage Photo and tea dye, and I have put the edges on these pages because the paper is a little bit smaller than the page in our altered book journal, so this is our prep. The pockets on top, such as this one, demonstrates that in between here are 12 pages, 10 to 12 pages, I've forgotten now, that I cut out and glued the two that were on the one side and the other, glued them together. And here we have our deep pocket and a page that I made into a pocket by just turning over and gluing, and we will glue this top and bottom when we decide what we're going to do with it. This being, it's been a while, this being the pocket, this being the flap, which could very easily be a second pocket. Then I skipped back here to tea dye the edges of some of our papers. This is the writing spot for this previous one. And then we have these pages, and this one has a pocket also, and a bottom tuck pocket, and some more. This was so tedious, and I knew that you certainly did not need to watch another person distress the edges of papers. And here we have a double folded pocket. And so all of these pages still need to have their background papers, such as this, applied. And I think I will not do another altered book journal next year, because this is, as Gail Augustinelli, good morning Gail, noted, that altered book journals are a lot of work, well worth it in the end. And I did get to play with slow stitching for the front cover, but nonetheless, a lot of steps before you get to the fun pretties. So let's begin. I'm going to be using my selection of Rachel at Roxy Creations. I'm going to be using her papers today. As you can see, I'll show you some recent ones that I have purchased, even though I've been down and out a little bit with this chemo, which has finally ended, thank heavens. And I'm going to be out of commission for a while because not this week, but next week, I'm going to be having my my surgery, and I can't wait. Yay, surgery. Because that's the last thing that is going to show me the wall nose to nose. Okay, so here is my folder of Roxy Creations. I hear the phone ringing. My husband's food shopping, so I think I'd better get back with him, because heavens knows what happens when he gets into the food store. I know that you've all been there. I'll be right back. Well, I think the boy needed an attaboy, because he managed to save $35 for us, which was unexpected. And so I was very positive about that conversation. Here we are with my collection of papers from Roxy Creations. I've shown this to you before, and this is my recent acquisition of some of her bits of ephemera. But her papers are absolutely beautiful. If you haven't checked her out, go and look up Roxy Creation. It's all one word, and it's an S on it, Roxy Creations. So, out of harm's way again. I'm going to use these papers today. I picked these out to be used. This is my latest grouping, and since this is rather bland, this is her stitchery collection. Let's go. I think I'm going to use this one. This one popped up first. But I'm thinking this and this would be ever so pretty. Put this one here, and this one here. Yes, I do believe that I will. All right, before I do anything there, I'm going to do some trimming. I was going to use my ruler for tearing, but I don't think I will today, because I'd like to get some of this done, and that does take a little more time than doing it this way. I hope that all of you are well. And if you are in the United States, are enjoying your Labor Day weekend safely. Keep our fingers crossed that this does not start another jump in our COVID cases. I'm sorry, COVID cases. It's been a while since I've done two things at once. Visit with you and do some crafting. Let's see now. Those fingernails are the second round of chemo, which was supposed to be easier. Not really. Let's get this over here. This one is coming there. And then that one is coming there. I'm going to take this off and move it in just a smidge. And then this one here. Over to the edge here. Well, I'm glad I thought about what I was doing. Goodness, Carol. I've been off duty for a while and it shows. Okay, I want these two to match over here. Okay, let's remove this one. And an extra bit. And here we go. Aren't they pretty? I love those butterflies and that birdie and this birdie peeping in. Okay. I am no longer arguing with the yoo-hoo. I have figured out that it was my fault because I wasn't pressing enough with it to get enough on the page to do the job. I guess I got light-fingered. And the four corners again. And off we go. After all of these that I've done, I finally have figured out that the best way to do this is to start on the outside edge and pull in towards the center. Better late than never. And now this one. I hope you're finding some time to do some crafting of your own, because it feels so good to be back doing this. It kind of gives me time to put life in perspective and to realize how very lucky I am. Things working out rather well with the chemo. I'm looking forward. Yes, I just said that. I'm looking forward to my surgery. Because after that, the other steps are easy peasy in comparison. So, let's give this... No, let's wait till we do the back of it. So here's our first set of pages. And I'm really liking these pages, and I'm liking this color. The breast on this bird and these flowers, and we have some more of the color of the flowers on the next page. I think I'm going to make this a set right in here. I mean, let's see, we can, oh yes, we've got some doings here, so we can find something else to use over here. And goodness knows, I have enough pretty pages from Rachel. I don't have to wonder about them. I just have to pick. Over, Carol. Goodness gracious. I'm not allowed. I don't want to lose any of these, any of this birdie particularly. I love that touch of blue on the wing. I do believe that I'm going to have to replace this blade. Yes, I am. And just slide it over. Thankfully I remembered. And cut this one off. That was carelessly cut. It's better. There. And here. Press on it, Carol. Press on it. I want to be working on this slow stitching book cover a little bit because we're almost at the end, and I have in my mind the things that I want to share with you, those little white flowers that I added. You will just not believe how absolutely easy peasy that is. It is incredible. All right, start at the edge, Carol, and go in. Edge and go in. All these background papers are from Rachel's creation of a collection of antique papers. And in Italy, when they say antique papers, they mean antique. Can be 1700s. She has some papers that she sells in her digis that are from the 1600s. Okay. Well, I hear the garage door, so I'm going to stop for a while, since we have two of these backgrounds done, and come back later. Now that I have found my way to the studio again. Oh, it feels so good. No. Do not do that. Oh, well, a little bit, no problem. No problem. Only a problem if we make it one. Well, there we go. I'll be back later. Hello, I'm back finally, and I have picked some papers from another of Rachel's Digi collections, and some of this wonderful paper that I got thanks to Gail Augustinelli. Thank you, Gail, for double-sided, coffee-stained or tea-stained papers that I got on Amazon for background papers, and aren't they just lovely? I have that bit left over and I might need it for this one. So this grouping is going to go here, and the other part of it back in here. I don't want to put too many layers on. Now this is a pocket, so I was thinking I might use this this paper on the pocket because it is a good deal thinner than my thicker quality copier paper. And in here I might use either this or this. So decisions are about to fly. Let's see what happens. First thing I'm going to do is get these edges off the paper. I hope that you're having a good day and that you're well. I did not change the cutting blade here yet, so yes, it's got that sound. It's grumping. So I shall have to do that when I finish. First things first, though. There we go. This is a chore. An altered book journal becomes, even though it's delicious and I love every second of it, it's quite a job of work. But don't let that hinder you, because it is so much fun to do. Okay. I got my book bone out, as you can see. If you want one like it, because it's made out of a modern something. And you can look up book bone on Amazon, because that's where I got it, and it was the company that makes them. They make them by hand in different colors, etc., etc. And it's in Savannah, Georgia. So Book Bones in Savannah, Georgia. Now, let's move this over. To here. And to here. And we ought to take care of the back of that page. Now, or should I do the whole page? And fold it over. Then I would have to put the double-sided faux coffee dyed paper on this side, because this is heavier. Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. And I have forgotten to, or I didn't plan to do it this way, so let's have some vintage photo going here. There we go. Done. Best laid plans sometimes go awry no matter what. There we go. And this one. Should definitely save that. And now, let's do this one. I think I should use the darker one. Or not. Or not. Let's see this. Let's just have a look here and see what... Oh, yes, the lighter one. Yes, yes. And here. That paper even sounds lighter. Now, here you are, and next one, and this last one. heavier weight copy paper is just delightful. I've already run out of a ream and had to purchase a, no, I didn't, of course. My husband had to purchase for me a fresh ream. It's quite a difference in the paper. And now, one more before this paper goes on strike. Now, here, two, here. Isn't this a pretty design? And that there. Yes, so we're ready. Ready to get to work. I'm very happy with using the inside of a magazine that I have no use for. I've read it all, and this paper is just wonderful for because it's heavyweight and it's not shiny, and so it works wonderfully to be folded in half when the glue gets a little out of control. A good way to get use out of these seriously expensive magazines. And as you can see, I was just about to put that in such a wrong position. I'm glad that I didn't. And now this one. Just fine. This one here. To get this working here. Oh boy. Oh boy, yes. Yes. Oh, goodness. I've gotten quiet again. I apologize. But my world is smaller thanks to COVID and my little health episode here. And goodness knows you don't need to be hearing about that. Look at this design carefully because you make sure these houses are right side up. Now let's make sure that we get it to the inside first, Carol. We've learned our lesson. We have learned our lesson. Almost. Almost. And we're not going to get all upset over that. No, we're not. Because after all, that's going to be folded in. Oh, alrighty. That's going to be folded in. Like so. And out. And this down on here so that it's a little bit thicker because I want this paper not to buckle. Do the edges again. House roof up. House roof up. Oops, down we go. Down we go. Bingo. Oh, I know why this is happening. The bottom row, the layer here, has other papers on it, and it's not flat. That's allowed. This is an altered book journal, and we have done some altering here. So, these two pages and this one, mission accomplished. Well, let's have a good look-see at what we accomplished today. We did this pair, and this, of course, is a top pocket. And this pair, and this one with a side pocket. Great. I do hope that you have enjoyed this visit with me again. Next week, I'm having my surgery, so it will be a bit until I can get back to you. But as soon as my arms are working, and I'm working, I will be back to join you. And you know how much I miss all of you. So, if you have enjoyed today's visit, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I do answer them, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. Bye now until I'm a post-surgery girl. Yay, team.